Welcome to Zenkai Station, the dopest podcast in Sector 5, bringing you good times and hypeness personified. I'm your host, Isaiah, aka Senpai Savage, and joining me are my co-host.
What's up? It's your boy Black Kobayashi, still hungry, ready to eat up everything in the way. Pause.
Hey, what's good? It's your boy Kurakami, and I'm just here vibing.
True.
Vibing. Right
Yo,
here,
vibe check. How y'all doing?
Pretty good. I'm kind of gassy. I don't know what hit me. But I'll just chill. I felt myself inflate like Choji, bro. Hit the partial expansion,
hit the
but
Choji
it's all
flow.
good. Baru.
I've been cooling, man. Just happy to get to work and some good films. You know, my voice is gonna be a little raspy or whatever today because I did a whole lot of extraness on this film shoot, so we gonna get it popping regardless. I still got my same energy. Stop playing with me. Out here like a diamond. Flawless.
Hey, that's right. Bring that same energy. That same energy. Bring that. Let me stop. Nah, but yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we got a great show for you tonight. We are actually going to be talking about something I probably don't necessarily always agree with, but tonight's topic is villains or anti-heroes who were right. I say this is actually kind of tough for me to even generally pick one, because I tend to lean towards, the protagonist or the hero who's, always trying to do good. If this was, say, like a tabletop RPG sort of game, my alignment is most likely lawful good and or neutral good at the least. So I tend to not really side with any sort of bad guys or villains. Do I think some are really cool and like dope with their, abilities or how they approach things? Yeah, but I don't necessarily agree with their worldview. But I mean, that's just me. I don't know. How about y'all?
I'm very, very much aligned with chaotic good, i.e. I am the screw the rules, I'm gonna do what's right. Mm-hmm. Kind of like that one dude in Brazil who kidnapped a doctor and forced him to cure the entire village of the sick. Like, that's my kind of vibe.
Okay.
So, like, that's where I'm at.
True.
So, I have respect for the laws. Rules are good, but, like, sometimes they gotta be broken.
Listen, I agree with that heavy, because at the end of the day, I look into my man Kakashi. He said, look, those who follow the rules are like Splendid Ninja, but if you ain't willing to break them to save your friends, you worse than scum, my dude. Like, do what you need to do sometimes.
True that. Hey, yo, that's real as can be. Like, sometimes you do gotta bend, these rules to do something, bit greater and do something for the greater good. But, we ain't talking heroes today. We talking villains. We talking them dirt nasty motherfuckers that, probably caused a little too much harm or did damage along the way. But I guess they meant well, right?
They don't have to mean well. They can just be like a necessary evil, in my opinion.
Okay. All right, we're gonna start with you first, then, Kurakami. Who do you think is a villain or anti-hero that I guess they had a just cause, and maybe they were right, or maybe they weren't, but their cause was?
I'm gonna just get the obvious out of the way. I'm gonna go with Hero Killer Stain.
All right, cool, because that's like one of the
That's
only
my
people
guy,
on my list.
though. Like, he was too smooth with it.
Like, I feel like we're all on the same mind track. I'm just spewing out. Here's the thing. At the basis of what he was saying is, like, their society is corrupt because it's vain. No one really cares about being a hero. It's about the rankings. No one, like, in his mind, there's not a true hero.
Right.
Y'all are doing it for the wrong reasons. They call him the hero killer because just like, I'm getting rid of the fakes, taking the trash out. So while I don't agree with his methods, because, I mean, I'm not going to kill someone because they're vain, he's right. Like, imagine the people who are supposed to protect you only do it so they could, like, look good. They don't really care about you. They're just like, oh, I want to be the best. Kind of like that weak bull off, what's his name? Jimmy? Discount value brand Captain America.
Oh, John
damn.
Walker, bro.
Damn. He ain't even register on my radar. That's how bad he is.
He's like, yeah, I'm Captain America. Yeah, I'm the symbol of it. It's like, okay, but you pale in comparison of what it stands like. I don't know. You have the Paragon, like All Might. Yeah. You have like true heroes, and then you have like your endeavors, or like Hold
on, I do wanna put a quick aside on that. Do we think currently with like where the manga is at now, right? So if anyone does not read the My Hero manga, just letting you know now, this is a spoiler. But do you think currently where we are, is Endeavor becoming a full-fledged hero, or is he now a full-fledged hero?
I think...
Would he pass Stain's test, essentially?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
I personally feel like he has crossed the threshold to where he can be seen as a hero. Mm-hmm. Like, beforehand, Endeavor was, like, a very, 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 like... He was aligned with good, yeah, but he was clearly an anti-hero. He didn't care about people.
Fair.
He just wanted to be number one.
Mm-hmm. Fair, yeah.
Now, he's literally just like, okay... When he had that conversation with All Might, he was like, what does it mean to be the pillar? He started to come into his own. You saw in, like, one of the later chapters, they were like, after everything that's happened, people are quitting, and we found out about you. How do you expect us to trust you? And he just goes, I said it once again, just watch me. Okay. I'm like, all right, I want to see where you at.
True.
I feel like he has a little bit more in his characterization. Because, like, okay, it all came to front. Now, it's going to be like, all right, how are you going to handle this? Are you worthy of being number one?
Right, right.
So, yeah, I feel Stain's kind of... At least his ideology is right.
Fair.
Heroism should be done for the sake of heroism. Good should be done for good.
Word.
Don't do good for the clicks and the likes, you know?
Exactly. I feel like if he didn't kill, some of these heroes and just kind of expose them, or even just kind of like Garu from One Punch Man, just... Because, like, Garu never really killed them. He beat the brakes off of these fools.
I fuck with Garu, dog.
Absolute dog shit.
Yeah, so, like, if he had done that, it's like, yo, I'm exposing the fakes. If you real, you can step up and beat me. But if not, I am the wall you can't climb. So it's like, maybe if he did that, it probably would have been better. But, yeah, his ideology is, one, very radical, but two, kind of what you need if you're going to have a hero society. If you're going to be that pillar, like All Might was, or if you're going to be a hero who can at least contend to be another pillar for the people and the masses, then yeah, you got a strict moral code you have to uphold. So yeah. And not like John Walker, for those who've seen the latest episode. That man trash.
Would you consider Bakugo being an anti-hero if those are like the kind of guidelines of what a hero should be?
Early stage Bakugo, without a doubt, was an anti-hero because he, like Endeavor, was just focused on being number one. Mm-hmm. Bakugo now, no, he's a hero. He's just mean.
Yeah, he just got attitude
problem. Yeah, exactly.
I say, sorry, go.
No, you good.
I would say, where we are at in the anime / the joint training is where you see Bakugo go from, selfish, I want to be number one, to legitimately like, I am a hero. Because he starts, spoilers, because we're technically not there yet. Yep. He starts learning like, okay, it's not just about me. To have complete victory, I have to not just be offensive all the time. I have to protect my teammates. So like, it was in the manga when they show it, they were like, okay, Bakugo's going to charge in for the fight. And when he didn't do that and protected his teammates, their entire plan fell through because they're like, oh my god, wait. He's not supposed to be a good guy. He's not a true hero. What's this? And that's what cemented... Actually, no. That's what showed, what really cemented him being a hero, spoilers, when he took that blow for Deku.
True.
That's when he was a hero. So no, yeah. I would say if Stain met Bakugo before, like, currently in the anime and prior... What a
probably would have offed him.
Easy.
He probably would think about it at this point. Like,
yo, that's true.
I don't even know with you, young boy. You might have to get a note for now. You get a note. If I catch you again, it's a wreck.
Yeah, because because what you said, like what happened to Ida, it's just like, yo, you're not a hero. You're fighting me for revenge. What hero does that? Like what? And you, Todoroki, you need some work. You, Deku, you have the makings of one. You ain't there yet, but I'm gonna give you that.
Fact.
That's why he saved him.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, you about to get taken? Nah, you're the only other true hero I've met besides All Might." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
All right, I'm
cool.
gonna change gears with my selection. I'm gonna pick somebody from Naruto. The first person on that list, because there's a couple. I'm gonna go with Pain. That boy
Yes.
Pain came through with philosophy that Naruto could not handle.
Actually,
Hold on. Go ahead, Crow.
so Pain, everyone hypes up Pain, but Pain actually was instrumental for the reason why Naruto was able to like finally overcome and like empathize with Sasuke.
Yup.
Because that whole lesson of you can't understand someone unless you truly go through like what they're going through, or like Pain connects us basically. Naruto didn't understand that, and that's what Sasuke said in the first fight. He was like,
You have no idea.
"Well, we're both orphans." He's like, "Nah, you had no one from the jump. You didn't lose anyone." And then it wasn't until Jiraiya
Got killed off.
got murked
Oh.
that he could finally be like, "Yo, I feel that." Because Naruto was straight just like, "I'm about to, you killed my master, you killed my sensei, you killed you murked my girl, my village is gone, I lost everything. Ayo, Kurama, murk this dude." Like, it was over.
Yeah, it was a done deal for
So, yeah.
Rip, because like I'm still going through like the rewatching of it now, and I'm just thinking, I'm like, yo, this man literally had to witness everybody get offed in front of, well, not literally in front of him, but he watched his whole village become nothing but a pile of rocks, and then watch not just one master get killed by somebody, but the next little frog master that got killed too, right in front of his eyes, on top of his girl getting flinged around like a doll. Like, I don't think anybody in their right mind would be able to handle that. But I think what really gave him the key was being able to take that and kind of adjusting himself, and then kind of moving forward with it. And that's why he was able to understand that, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to forgive nobody, but at the end of the day, like, I got weight on my shoulders, and people believe in me to do better, so I'm gonna make sure I choose better, even though I can't fuck with you for the rest of my life. But yeah, I think Pain is definitely one of them type people that's like, you can never argue with his understanding, because if you really understood where he came from and watching the way that he was raised up in the reins, and like trying to ask for help in the right ways, was trying to do everything the right way, and not getting no kind of support from no adults, not having anybody kind of like really give him like a helping hand, and kind of being forced to be put into a world where it's literally fend for yourself, and then being told, hey, that's not what we do over here. Nigga, nah, you gonna get this shit clapped. Like, I'm sorry, you gonna have to understand what this means to be like me. Like, you lucky I'm being like this right now, because I could just off everybody within an instant, but I'm trying to give y'all a lesson so that we could get this world a little bit more peaceful. So I rocked with Pain's theory, even though he kind of went to the left, but I mean, who wouldn't if you didn't go through what he went through?
True, he was pretty
The thing
much.
is too, like, no, you go.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, pretty much he was, advocating for like, yo, this is why we should stop wars. But I have to show you what wars do first for us to like get to the point to stop it. So yeah, it was, completely radicalized, and also what he was trying to do with the tailed beast is actually something the first Hokage did from like the rip, from like his actual initiation as being one of the first Hokage or Kages of each ninja nation, was that he was trying to get them just so he can allocate them to other villages. I think he was going to try and not have them go to the major ninja villages, but I think some of the lesser ones, so they can have like a boost in power. But essentially it's like allocating nuclear weapons. Each great nation probably has them, and while other nations have nuclear weapons, and other territories that they have are kind of protected by those nuclear weapons, and by reallocating that, he was gonna probably change he was gonna change the power dynamic in the ninja world. But also by doing that is like, now you also understand what it's like to be weak and unimportant and stomped on. This is pain. So you will know, and now we will figure a way to stop it.
Yep. And then on top of that, I got to give an honorable mention, because I don't care. I don't really know what Sai's role at the time was, but he was everybody's favorite anti-hero when he knocked Sakura down by telling her the truth of what she was doing to this man Naruto, and how all she does is rely on this nigga. I said, hey, no, hold up. Nigga needs a round of applause. He done cut her to the core. And even when she was bawling her eyes out, he's like, nah, I'm not done yet, bitch. You gonna keep on getting this work. Because all you do is blah, 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 without putting any work in. I got to give it to that nigga shot. I don't care. I'm sorry. I saw that as an anti-hero moment, but it was a well-deserved one.
It's good. He was a reality check.
Needed it bad, and Shikamaru just put the icing on the top. Said, yeah, he ain't telling no lies, but we need to go off this nigga or no.
Facts.
Oh, most def. So, all right. So one I have on my list is Hanami from Jujutsu Kaisen. The reason I have Hanami on here, because Hanami is the force spirit, is because like in Jujutsu Kaisen, cursed energy or curses are formed from the negative energy of, people, of the environment. Hanami is literally the rage and the, negative energy brought from the earth itself. Is like, yeah, people, y'all fucking my planet up. Why you fucking me up? Like I need to fix this. So like as Hanami, as like the actual living reincarnation of the earth, trying to, I guess, quote unquote, exterminate a problem, is like I don't see it from that perspective as bad. But as a human, I'm like, oh no, this is gonna be trash for us. I don't like that. And I guess Hanami is also like Vaccine Man from One Punch Man, because they're pretty much the same. He had one episode, but like they pretty much the same.
Nah, I think that's kind of what anti-heroes, like when they deserve your respect, is because they're doing the right things, just doing about it the wrong way. Like my man Light Yagami from Death Note, when he was offing criminals that really deserved it, like everybody was like, yeah, you gotta be worried now, because now you gotta make sure you're not doing nothing wrong or you're gonna get off.
That's true. Crime dropped 70%.
Yeah, but it's because of that fear. And nobody wants to be ruled by fear, so that's why people want to start going like, all right, that's kind of off. We should probably take care of this man before he starts getting too crazy, just killing anybody he wants to. Now we're being ruled by a false god. But I think, like, sometimes you need those type of people to kind of keep some people in check. And I agree with him. I was like, listen, go ahead, go off these niggas off. I ain't mad at you. Just be careful how far you go with it, because it's not that deep. It's not that deep.
Yeah, but Light was weak sauce though in that, man. Like I don't want to give him any credit. I dislike Light so much.
I don't know about that. I can't call him weak.
I was gonna wait. I was gonna wait until my hot take, but y'all did it to me. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, but I just gotta get this one out.
Go.
I absolutely hate the Dark Messiah archetype of character. I hate it not because of what it is. It's just never done correctly, right? So, I'm not gonna lie. When you were like, I have a couple of characters from Naruto, I was like, please don't say Obito.
Oh hell no! Please I was gonna say no Obito, bro. Obito was crying over a girl that he wasn't even had the guts enough to say I love you to until he was about to die.
So here's the thing, at the same age, how they gonna meet in the afterlife?
Yeah, I'm saying, and then ain't that pedophilia? But we ain't gonna get into that.
So
anyway, continue.
My thing is, like, at the end, his end goal was, I want the world to know true peace, even if it's an illusion, so we all stop fighting. Fine, get it, cool. But that was all brought up on because
it's all BS if you ask me.
Because I'm sorry. He had the weakest backstory compared to anyone else, and he did the most for nothing. You let Rin die. Okay, but look at my man Gaara, whose own pops tried to kill him. His own uncle tried to kill him. Like, no one loved this guy. You know what he did? Yeah, but you know what? He turned around. Why he tried to destroy the world? Because this world, it doesn't need to exist. It's like, okay.
Hold on, he didn't receive a Naruto headbutt though.
Fact.
That might change everything.
That headbutt probably really changed his life. He probably still got brain damage from it.
I am very cool with a character who it's just like, the world is awful and it needs to change. Because you know what? That's applicable to real life and in the fictional world. Because honestly, I could see where a lot of people, we live a very fortunate life. I don't want to speak for you guys, but I will say comparatively to other people who live in sort of war,
third world countries,
disease, famine, stuff like that. I live a very fortunate and comfortable life.
I feel that.
I could see someone from there being just like, this world gotta change, and I will be the one to like revolutionize this world and change it. This world gotta go.
From Alchemist.
Yes. However, the catalyst needs to be right, and you have to be thorough in your like resolve. That's why I was gonna say I just kind of a little bit agree with Zamasu from Dragon Ball Super, because he had a point. He was like, not just humans, but like mortals are trash. And I was like, well, that's crazy. But then he was like, nah, literally, they destroy their own planet. They're constantly fighting, and they're just, no one's doing anything about it. And then, what was it? His like, that weak ass Supreme Kai was just like, you gotta show them like they can change. Took him years, different generations. They were still bonking each other on the head like Captain Caveman. Yeah. He was like, nah, this gotta go. And I was like, here's my thing. I'm like, listen, you gotta understand, there's good and bad. Kind of like the lesson in Yu Yu Hakusho, with like the dark chapter and the light chapter. Yep. Yeah, there's good and bad in the world. And yeah, the world's a shitty place sometimes. But the reason why I kind of bang with him is because he saw the gods weren't even doing anything. Take Beerus. You had Frieza. Galactic Hitler.
Blowing up planets at will.
The horrible part about that is just like, all right, you gonna destroy like Planet Vegeta, because I really don't feel like doing it today. It's on my calendar, but you can do it. Hurt this up. Like, yeah, that sucks.
You had Frieza. You had Boo. There are like different things that are just like literally attacking Universe 7. And that man Beerus is taking a nap. He's like, the gods aren't doing their work. Y'all not stopping this? I guess it's up to me. And the reason why I bang with him is because even though he found out, oh, I got murked, but my plan can still succeed because someone has to do it, I was like, you're right. And I respect it only because if you're going to play the Dark Messiah, like, it's up to me. I have to be the one who controls it all because no one else is going to do it. Even though he knew in some sense of the word that he was going to fail or that he was wrong, he was still absolutely convinced that he was right. And it was kind of hard to disagree with him with the points that he made until he met Goku and started doing all that bullshit where he was like, oh, Saiyan beat me. That's when he started to lose me. But
he made no sense when he needed to use a Saiyan's body in order to destroy him. Like, this don't make no...
it was just poor writing. I'm not gonna lie about it. It was just poor writing.
But that's why I don't bang with characters like Dio, Brando, or Light. Not just because they're dicks, but their motives just don't make any sense.
This is my thing about it. And, like, I respect where you coming from, but I also enjoy seeing those type of characters that have that kind of background because of their thought process behind it. Like, they're essentially starting off as like the smartest characters in their universes. Like, you got him, you got Lelouch from Code Geass. They're always like the smartest people, and like they have like everything all figured out majority of the time at the beginning of the show. So when they're put in these places to take control and use dark tactics, they're thinking of strategic examples behind it. I love seeing those things play out because I love it when they start realizing like, oh shit, this is actually real life. Because like Lelouch, for example, is literally just a chess player. If you think about it, that nigga just good with chess. That's what he does. And then he comes out of nowhere getting some unknown powers and starts using it against the rest of the world and being able to go into these warfares and come out victorious because of all his chess playing skills until he starts to realize, it's not just chess no more, which he really never realizes because the nigga's crazy regardless. But at the end of the day, I love seeing them go through those thought processes because I want to see, like, if somebody was so smart, what are you going to do to change the world? So I like seeing those people being the anti-heroes or the messiahs, quote unquote, just because I love to see what's your decision going to be if you're so damn smart. Like, what are you going to be able to do to change the world? And a lot of them never really have the right answers. Like, they still get the justice in the end of it, but, that might be because of the design of the storyline or just because, they actually knew the right answer. Who knows? I enjoy shit like that.
See, I agree with you on that front. Like, the reason I would agree with Light is because he was taking out the evil people. And he was just like, no, crime is going crazy. Someone needs to put these people back in their place. I'm with you. Where Light lost me is he just started killing people, and then when he got caught, he bitched out. He was like, oh God, hey, yo, you want to help me? Nah, bull, I'm going to eat this apple. You on your own. Like, I bang with it because if Light had any type of sense, see, for as smart as Light was, he was. I'm not going to work with the police force, and also, I would strictly keep it to people who definitely needed to die.
Facts. I think that's the thing. He got drunk with power. That's usually what is going to happen if you're a human. Like, you don't know what you have.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Exactly. Like, you have no idea what you're messing with. And that's why I think humans won't be able to have powers. Because at the end of the day, you're going to end up fucking up.
Yes. And I think that's important to know. It's like, we're able to see Light's mentality, and that's why we're able to empathize with them. Just imagine your mans one day, like, your cool best friend chilling, you see him, I'm gonna take a potato chip and eat it, writing down names, murking people. Wouldn't you be
nigga,
just
are you
like...
okay? What is going on?
Wouldn't you be like, huh? Of course you'd agree with him. He's like, I'm gonna kill all the people. Yeah, we gotta get all the corrupt people. Yeah. And then he was like, you know what? I'm gonna get drunk with power. I'd smack him over the head with a chair. Take the book. Burn, like, come on.
You gotta be smarter with them. You gotta agree to help him. I'm like, hey, bro, whatever you need, let me help you out. Matter of fact, give me a piece of the paper, and I'm gonna write some names on it when you're not around, bro. I got you. Write their name on that bitch.
Bro, I was writing his name before he could write mine and finish the symbolism. What? Are you gonna rat on me? Mm-hmm. But no, if you want to talk about Dark Messiah characters and characters who are just like, I'm gonna be the necessary evil, in honor of Attack on Titan, can we talk about Eren, please?
I honestly,
can we talk about Eren?
I fuck with it.
He is the one character in recent history that I'm just like, I don't find any fault in your argument because you're right.
No cap.
He's literally the why y'all booing me? I'm right.
like y'all mad, but you still know I'm right though, right?
They're like, Eren, you killed innocents. I don't give a fuck. They still gonna kill us.
They killed us first, yes? No?
And it wasn't just like a radicalized, like, you know what? You know, I'm a victim. The world deserves this. He was like, I want peace.
You can see it in his eyes too, man. Like, I think a lot of people don't see it. Like, when you look at this man's eyes, he's not doing it out of his own vengeance no more. He's doing it because he's tired. Not. You can just feel it. Like, I'm not doing it no more. I don't got time for it.
It's what's wild to me is like, if you've seen the last chapter, he was like, here's the plan. We're gonna make the Iron look like a hero by killing him. And I guess it works. But it's just like, that's what it means to be a villain who I agree with. If you're going to be the necessary evil...
do some unnecessary shit.
To better the world as a whole. Because he basically had Sasuke's plan.
But executed
without
it better.
the Naruto. Yeah, because there was no angst in his plan. There was no, oh, my brother, you know what? I got to be the grand over... He was just like, listen, my people need peace. And we're gonna be at war forever. If I stomp you guys out, it's gonna be genocide. If you guys murk us out, it's gonna suck. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to be, the evil. I'm going to stomp all of y'all. I'm going to create the rumbling. But you know what? I'm gonna make it so you have to unite against me. I'm gonna let someone from my crew kill me to like bridge the gap of peace. And I'm like, okay. I agree with you. And the reason why I gotta agree is because if it was me, I wouldn't. I'd just let the Titans stomp everyone. Y'all not killing me for nothing. Y'all getting playing. No. And that's why I have to agree with that. And I was like, wow, you took the L for everyone. That is something I definitely would not do. So, shit.
Damn.
That's my rant.
Hey, all right. No, that was a good rant. Shit.
Man, and you got to give it to that man Shield Hero too, because when we're thinking about people who takes that role and roll with it, that man Naofumi.
Yeah, no, that's real.
That man Naofumi, bruh, had no business taking no L's when he goes into this world. You go into a world and you think you're gonna be top notch because everybody that goes to a new world needs to be top notch. This nigga gets trashed from day one and makes everybody enemy. He said, nah, everybody gonna get what they deserve at this point. I'm not fucking with y'all. It's a done deal. You don't fuck with me? No, it's cool. I don't fuck with you either. It's all good. Do what you need to do. I'm gonna go ahead and get mine though. But I'm also going to do it the right way. And then he's going to sit there and clean up at the messes that these other quote-unquote heroes are doing. I love him being I guess you could see him as an anti-hero, but we all know he was the true hero. Because at the end of the day, this man was cleaning up after other heroes that were doing more harm than good, but thinking that they was, or being celebrated that they were doing so much greatness in the world. Oh my God.
It's intent versus impact. The intent can be as good as possible, but if the impact sucks and is devastating, it's not worth it.
Adjust your game.
Exactly.
Adjust it. Shit is disgusting.
John would have died though.
Nah, she definitely would have got more than just a nickname.
She would have straight up died. She was not gonna look at me, call my name after everything, talk about some, hey, help me. I would have just been like,
hello?
I I would deny her ass like Peter. Fuck that. Nah, y'all not catching me in that. Hey, help me, please. Nah.
Not catch me lacking. Not today.
I don't
Did
hear
it once.
The last time I looked in those eyes, nope.
Oh, you might as well go find somebody else. Talking about
he did change her name though, so it's fine.
No, that ain't enough, bro.
She didn't change
that
nothing.
Ain't enough.
She didn't change nothing. How you gonna lie on your whole? That was trifling.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that was.
Look, call it how it is, man. It was more than just trifling. That was just pure evil. What she did to him, that was pure evil.
She's awful.
She's an awful person.
Thing is,
yeah.
She literally threw the whole anime into a disarray. Or I'm sorry, the whole story into a disarray.
Yeah.
It's one thing to do you can be evil and I can still bang with you. But if you're evil and you're a coward, man, or you start I lose. I have no respect for the coward. That's what it is.
That's fair.
It's the fact that she started crying. It was like, wow, you should have just took your L. Look at not Esdeath, but the Emperor from Akame got killed. That 10-year-old boy.
Oh yeah, he took that on the chin. Yeah.
He was just like, oh, y'all about to kill me?
Say that.
You know what? I don't even know. But y'all right. I definitely do I deserve this.
He's like, I'm still a king. I must go, on my word.
It's facts.
She had the nerve to lie in court with the crest and thought she would get away with it. And then when she was like, nah, he definitely did do it to me. And she got electrocuted.
Yep. It was like, that's a lie.
Like,
it's like, ooh.
He's like, I'm not
Cap.
lying.
Zap.
Well, that's also a lie. How you gonna...
Being capped.
Have
y'all seen Ep05?
I have not.
What?
Ep05 is it's pretty much like an anime about a boy being transported with his whole class to another world, and his classmates, well, one in particular, kind of knocks him off this bridge when they're in the middle of a fight in a dungeon because they're apparently the saviors and they all get assigned a class. That normal routine. But his class was like enhancements or something like that, or something like a building, something like that. So it wasn't really anything cool. Nobody was giving no love. He was still being bullied from like school and everything like that. He got transferred over into this new world, and then they was on a bridge having this fight, and then somebody threw a fireball or some shit at him and boosted him off the fucking bridge. Boy ended up landing like deeper into the dungeon. Has to go and like eat what's it called? So one of the demons down there ends up getting powered up and buffed up, and it just comes wild. He ends up like really becoming that bull. Like everything about him changes. He went from like bitch to I'm that nigga. Now he walks around with like a vampire they say from the same dungeon, and he goes around being like this dark anti-hero throughout the whole entire story after that. And I think that he has every right to do it. So his name is the fuck's his name? Hajime Nagumo, right? Yeah, that's it. But if y'all got a chance, y'all gotta watch that joint because this bull, like I'm telling you, went from like, damn, bruh, you really the simp to pimp. Like that's really how he started moving. Like it was crazy. But yeah, that was one of my other joints I was gonna bring out real quick. But if y'all don't really know too much about him, he ain't gonna really serve no purpose to give too much more of an explanation.
Listen, I agree with it. Because if you throw me into a dungeon, I don't care.
Bro,
what
I would have all ball on sight. Like what?
I agree with you from the rip.
Like
wild.
I got one for you.
Wild. Go ahead.
This is my last one. What about as a collective, Crollo Lucifer from Hunter x Hunter? So here's what I'm thinking. Because we see them as villains, right?
All the
but
damn truth.
you got to look at the world of Hunter x Hunter. Everyone's a villain. Everyone sucks.
That's true.
Everyone's kind of a bad guy.
They all got a story.
But
yeah,
here's the thing that I kind of bang with. So when they were introduced, they were known as like the worst like criminal organization in the world.
Yeah, the Phantom
yada
Troop.
yada. But they're known to do philanthropic work. The dude's addicted to murder and stuff, but also when he did I know I definitely made that whole aside. Like, yeah,
addicted to murder, bro. Like that's not gonna help any argument.
But hold on. So here's where I'm at. Man came from a world where literally he was just didn't exist. Meteor City, people are literally just like regarded as trash. They have no actual records. They're literally just like people. Basically, imagine the worst like environment and grow up in that, and people know you exist, but no one cares to do anything about it, right?
Yeah, just a bunch of random John and Jane Does.
Yeah. So his MO is like, the world doesn't care about me. I'm gonna do what I want because I don't exist. Y'all act like I didn't exist. I don't care. Y'all denied me. I'm just doing me. And he's just like, I want it, so I'm gonna take it. He's very selfish, but at the end of the day, it's just like, if the world constantly ostracized me and my people that I have like a tight bond with, and they constantly treated me like crap, didn't do nothing for me, help me out in any sort of way, I'ma just do me too. Now, I wouldn't turn to murder and just stealing stuff for the hell of it, but like, under that ideology, I at least can accept. I don't believe in if you're with me, you're against me, but I definitely do believe like, wow, you don't care about me. If I'm so inconsequential to you, you shouldn't care about me at all in anything I do if I have nothing, just treat me as if I don't exist while I do me. And I'm going to treat you the exact same way. I'm going to just match your energy and how you do with me. That's basically his whole MO. I feel that. And I kind of agree with it.
I kind of feel that too.
Because he's not just like a true monster, because you've seen like, he's like, I don't care if I die. No one cares if I die anyway. I'm just enjoy my life and do what I want. And he went from being like, no one matters to, people care about me. Oh, you're killing my people. I'm angry now. I'm going to hunt you down because you know what? The people who cared about me when no one else did are like getting hurt. I'm angry. Like, I get that. It's like tribalism, a very extreme form of it. Yeah. But I kind of understand and I can sympathize with what he's saying.
Okay.
But that's just
then, to wrap up, then I guess is there a
top one?
Yeah, is there a top anti-hero or villain that you feel like, yo, this is the one I probably agree the most with?
Itachi Uchiha.
All right, so okay,
you're not stopping
Itachi
that.
would come up. I figured he would come up, and I have to say that he was a pawn. I don't.
Oh, bro, he was an anti-hero,
quite
bro.
Honestly, wouldn't say what he did. Like, no, what he did was villainous. Yes,
he had to though. He was literally that necessary evil that needed to be taken apart into the Uchiha, and he wanted to do it by his own hands. And I can respect that because he didn't want to see much more war. Because at the early ages of him becoming a ninja, because going into a ninja world, you just need a 4-year-old on a battlefield. That's smart.
Unfortunately, yeah.
So when he's witnessing all this stuff and has no idea why people are killing each other, obviously that's gonna fuck anybody up, especially at that age. So when he's being put into a place in a position where he's now being high ranked and given the regards of like, hey, not to be that guy, but your peoples is trying to start up a crazy problem for the village. I ain't trying to say kill them off, but kill them off, my nigga.
Bro. Yeah.
And then to have that held up and put his brother above all, even though that was probably like a sad choice he made, but whatever, it's for the story. But holding that for like his whole entire career of being a ninja and being alive up to his dying moments, I think that's like got to be the most smoothest anti-hero I've ever seen in my life. Can't lie. Boy's a dangerous bull.
So then, like, is it weird that I feel like it's not, but like along the same lines, like of the Uchiha, that like I actually think Madara's plan might have been better to put everyone to sleep.
I actually agree with that too. I can't lie.
Madara's plan was great in theory. It's like a lot of things that sound great on paper.
Okay.
The issue is the lack of freedom. Yeah. And I think that's the only reason why people had an issue with it. It's like, how dare you give me everything I want and put me in a dreamlike state in a world where I didn't... I mean, listen. If you couldn't tell that was reality, like if that was literally what you felt like, and you got everything you wanted, you just knew peace and you achieved all your dreams, it's not wrong.
Right.
It was just a free will that went with it. Like you didn't have a choice in the matter.
People champion choice over anything, and they will completely...
That's true.
Actually, I lied. I got one more. Because if we're talking about the same thing, I just finished Evangelion. Whatever that evil organization that planned to like combine everyone's hearts to eliminate loneliness, like reunite the dead, I kind of understand. It's weird. But things like that I actually do kind of bang with. I understand. I just feel like removing the choice or just like putting people in a state of like dreamlike euphoria against their will is a bad thing to do.
Because it's against their will, like you said, yeah.
Yes.
But it's not terrible.
But I feel like if if given the choice, if someone offered you, literally, like, just walk up to you and was like, listen, here's what I can do. I have this plan where I could literally achieve world peace at the cost of everyone's free will. Is that...
No, yeah. No. Like, I'm good. No, thank you. Keep that pushing.
It's weird, right? But at the end of the day, it's like, you wouldn't even notice that this isn't, like, it's not life anymore. Yeah. You'd literally just be completely happy. You achieve all your goals. You'd have a very satisfactory life. It's weird to think about.
I think a lot of people love that struggle. And, like, a lot of people don't want to go through it, but they also want to have that understanding of it. Of, like, you know, to achieve something. You're alive. Yeah, like.
Here's the thing, though. Who's to say that wasn't part of the dream? Like, if you enjoy that, maybe you can make that part of your dream. Oh, you like the struggle? Yeah, sure. You're going to achieve. You're going to suffer the hardship. But at the end of the day, you're going to do what you want.
It's not.
If he could give you what you, like, exactly, not just the end goal, but the journey too, is that wrong?
Well, ain't that like playing God?
Yeah, that's what he wanted to do. He didn't want to play God. And whenever anyone wants to play God, it will go astray horribly.
That's the thing, because in most Abraham, like, you know, monotheistic religions, we have free will. And, you know, I've always thought it's kind of weird how, at least for me, I just not even get, like, religious.
No, I hear what you're saying. I know where you're going with, too.
We have free will, but why would you create it so we could all just fuck up? And, you know, why is there hell? We could all just be living in paradise. Well, you know, free will, but why? Like, there's no need for that. Let's, I don't know. We wouldn't know.
It's a different kind of training.
I'm not saying I agree with Madara.
It's a different kind of training. And I think that's the journey of, like, not knowing whether you're going to be actually able to make those right decisions or not. It kind of gives you that satisfaction when you actually achieve those things. Knowing that, like, you know, hey, this could possibly go completely wrong. Like, completely down the left field. And there's no way of turning it around. But the fact that you have the understanding of that and are able to make the right decisions or taking the right risk without knowing it's the right risk, I think that kind of gives a little bit more enjoyment or a little bit more appreciation and just understanding, like, hey, I really took the time to really get here. And I'm so much more grateful because I know how easy it was for me to fall off the wrong track. But like you said, that could be a possible thing that happens within a dream. I just don't know how people would feel if they never knew they were asleep.
I feel like the issue is it was seen as a bad thing because we're on the protagonist side. And honestly, we wouldn't want that to happen because it's the free will. Mm-hmm. But it's one of those things where it's just like his end goal was world peace. And he's technically not... It's kind of like Benadryl. You mean, oh, I got allergies. You gonna fall asleep. You're not suffering from your allergies anymore, right? So...
It's an interesting concept. But I think it's only because we knew of the reality that was outside of it, you know?
Right.
And when we have that kind of understanding, we don't want them to feel as though they need to be trapped into an illusion. Because we've seen it as an illusion, because it is an illusion. And it's not real life. But if it was able to be, like, you know, we started off there, then I don't think you could ever have an argument with it.
Let me spit this one at you.
Go ahead.
My last point. Now, we know Madara's plan. Mm-hmm. But if he said, listen, I've seen how this ends. You're going to have a shitty sequel series about your bitch-ass son. Let me just end it here.
Done deal. I'm done. Take the Tsukiyomi. Right. Infinite Tsukiyomi.
Infinite Tsukiyomi now.
That's so bad. Like, it's so bad that it's going to be unanimous.
You're like, put me to sleep. Yeah, you got me, dog. You got me.
Infinite Tsukiyomi. Where do I sign up, nigga? Please. I don't care what's at the bottom down line. No fine print. I don't give a damn. Just do what you need to do.
It's okay. It's gonna be what? What's gonna happen to me? Oh, everything I built up is gonna be, yo, put me to sleep
now, nigga. K.O.
Sleep.
Where my bed at?
Like the TikTok.
Man, we're not even gonna go into that. Lord have mercy.
Nah, that's gonna be a whole episode. Oh man.
Man, would you consider the writer of Boruto the anti-hero?
The writer of Boruto is the true villain.
That's why Kishimoto got his shit back.
Y'all see the memes where it was like Obito, Pain, Kaguya, Madara were the true heroes of the series to try to prevent Boruto from happening?
Yup.
Oh my god.
Insane,
Don't let it
dog.
happen. Don't.
Insane. Lord have mercy.
Wild.
Can't do it.
Yo, I think that's a perfect.
That's a great way to wrap it.
Yeah, I guess before we close up shop, any last comments, things y'all want to announce, say, what have you?
Itachi. That's it. It's my guy, dog.
Okay.
I mean,
Did no wrong.
stay on your path. Like, do what you gotta do. If you feel like, if you're doing good and you feel like you gotta do good, and just don't trip up. I understand that shit gets rough. Just don't turn into those. Don't become the villain. Try to stay the good guy on your journey. That's
Hey,
that's
if
all
you
I
gotta
gotta
make a
say.
villainous decision, just make sure you
Yeah.
do it to the least amount of damage as possible.
Hey, never prove the Joker right. Never live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Ooh, that's another one.
Mm-hmm.
The Joker's another discussion, but we gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it alone.
That would be a different discussion. But I guess on my end is definitely just like always try your best. And honestly, that's really all anyone can ask for. But also make sure that what you're intending also has a greater positive impact than any negative thing that could come of it. And that's gonna be tough. It's gonna be incredibly difficult, but
you know what the
at
black
least
people
try.
say: if you know better, do better. Shit.
Exactly.
I mean, I think that might be everybody, but I'm just gonna go ahead and let our culture have that one.
We'll keep that. We keep that as us. All right. So with that being said, that's it for the show tonight, y'all. I just want to thank everyone for vibing with us, showing us that love and support. Please, if you like this podcast, you like this content, please rate us 5-star on everywhere good podcasts be, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, all that cool stuff, things popping off on Anchor as well. If you want to get in touch with us, please be sure to contact us at Zenkai Station at gmail.com, and Zenkai is spelled Zenkai, or hit us up on the DMs on our Instagram, on our Twitter, on our Facebook, all at Zenkai Station. And with that, I just want to say much love. Signing off from Zenkai. Peace.
Itachi.
Peace.
Rest in peace, DMX.
R.I.P.
Facts.